The ANC Gauteng conference is continuing today with nominations for new leadership in the province expected to take place. The conference has been marred by delays, with an ANC Ekurhuleni member filing for an urgent court interdict to halt proceedings. Gauteng Human Settlements MEC Lebohang Maile and Education MEC Panyaza Lesufi are vying for the chairperson position in the province. For more on this, we speak to political analyst Dr. John Molepo. Thank you very much, Doc, for your patience with us this morning. Given that the ANC lost 3 crucial metros in Gauteng in the last local government election, does it matter who comes out top on this leadership race, especially when we take a look at 2024?
Good morning, and good morning to your viewers. Well, the ANC in Gauteng has reached a political tipping point wherein the ANC is failing to unite within the province when they lost crucial metros, and also they performed below 50% in the previous election. It tells you that the ANC in the province is dying. And remember, Gauteng is the economic hub of South Africa. So it's important that the leadership that is going to emerge in this particular conference resonate well with the community or the society, so that they can push and reach more than 50%. What is worrying some is that they took 3 days yet to adopt the credential. It tells you that the ANC in the province is dying, and these factions that deepening this death of the ANC. You know, in my culture, when there's death at home, normally people come at home. We come, all of us. We give each other role based on our capabilities. I was thinking that the ANC in the province is going to reflect deeper on the issues of political common ground, and also to reflect on the kind of quality of leadership they want in ensuring that the next coming election the ANC can win in majority, so that they can hold in the political power.
When we take a look at the 2 candidates vying for chairpersonship, and we take a look at what came out in terms of the PPE scandals and money that was wasted, especially when it comes to the Department of Education in Gauteng on sanitizers, etc., and the cleansing of schools, if you will, for lack of a better term, does it appear to you that the candidate Panyaza Lesufi will instill confidence within voters in Gauteng?
Well, like I said, that the ANC has a pool of, leaders. Look, not to me, if it was me, I was going not to have these 2 candidates contesting. The ANC in the province, they have Dr. Questions Ramokopa, who has done very well in the city of Tshwane, and even the community has resonated very well. But I think the scandal of PPE, remember, he was cleared. Panyaza. I don't think Panyaza will have a challenge with that particular PE, but beyond that, it's a question of moral ethics. What does it say to you as a human being contesting? Not only that, both of them, they are credible in their own right, but the ANC doesn't need any leader at this particular moment who is tainted with any scandal, because the society at large are looking at who's going to emerge as the provincial lead, and both of them, either way, they've been in governance for more than many years, and either way, some of them do have scandal. To me, I think if ANC were to do some better reflection, particularly in the province, they could have called Kwesi Ramukopa, the kind of leadership of Kwesi Ramukopa and others, to come and vie for this leadership position.
During his time as the Human Settlements MEC, what about Lebohang Maile's track record, especially when you take a look at the issue of people who are still not housed in Gauteng?
Well, there is a central challenge in parts of South Africa, the issues of human settlement. And to me, people of Gauteng, particularly Alexandra, people are still angry about the houses. Not only that, even you can go to Dipa Soshanguve, Hamaskral, and so on, people are still fighting for the RDPs. So it tells you that the kind of leadership that has been taken this has somehow having serious challenges, and that can also affect the elections of the the ANC in a broader society if one emerges. I think the most important thing is the ANC to do a deeper reflection. As much as if either Lebogang emerges or Panyaza emerges, it's important for them to do a deeper reflection, because people of Gauteng need services. People of Gauteng are tired of corruption that is happening, that even their family and friends are benefiting. So they are very tired. What they need is the services to its people. That's why we see the emergence of small parties, which also fail to form any coalition with the ANC. It tells you that they are tired. They want the government that is going to deliver services. And the image and the leader that is going to be in the forefront also plays a very pivotal role.
Why is Gauteng important, especially when we take a look at the elective conference in December and whoever will emerge as the leader of the party?
Well, the Gauteng in broader politics of ANC has never been that particularly important, particularly in terms of the numbers, because we know that KZN, KZN, Eastern Cape, and also Limpopo, they have large delegates. But Gauteng is important because it's the hub of the country, and most of us, even our politicians and so on, they reside within Gauteng. So it's important that the ANC in Gauteng wins. And going forward to the province, I think the national, I think the ANC in the province might likely want to pursue Paul Mashatile as the president, as the deputy president.
Speaking to my colleague Zianda Ngobo yesterday, one of the candidates, Panyaza Lesufi, mentioned that the ANC runs the risk of not being relevant with the people on the ground anymore. Even when there are movements that are organized on the ground, you hardly see the ANC. So when speaking of the relevance of the party, especially for 2024, when the country heads to the polls, what is the outlook? You mentioned that the ANC is on the decline and runs the risk of, being obsolete. Is that it? Or when you take a look at some of the sentiment on the ground, you could likely see that, well, we're giving ourselves rather a headache over nothing. People will still vote the ANC in South Africa.
Well, I don't think, moving forward, people are likely to vote for the ANC, and then I think Panyaza Lesufi is correct to say that the ANC is facing a serious decline in in voters or in the electorate. Look at the question of Soweto during Dudula. Where was the ANC? Because the issues that have been raised by Dudula are central, are issues that affect people in Soweto or people in other parts of the province. So where was the ANC? So it tells you that people are now moving away from this political ANC. Perhaps it opens up to question of soon that these political parties are no longer important. Now people are rising to defend themselves, to look for what they need. That's why we've seen the rise of Dudula and many other movements that have been there before Dudula. So we are likely to see people say, we're tired of political parties. You've been giving us promises and promises, but you're not delivering. That's why we end up having voter apathy, because people have lost faith in these political parties. Then what the question is, what should ANC do to recover, to then gain those voters? I think the ANC must go back to the drawing board, do some proper analysis of what needs to be done. For many years, the ANC has been in power. What is it that can demonstrate to men new that it has done and that is still going to do that amidst this corruption and many other activities that are ill that the ANC is doing outside there?
I mean, there's also another question that people ask themselves, right? And one of those questions is, if not the ANC, then whom?
Well, the question that I'm also posing is that perhaps it's the high time that people look into how the other countries are doing. Look at in Barcelona. Barcelona, people elected a mayor who was not who was not belonging to any political power, because they believe that this particular person can take them forward. I think people are now tired of political parties promises in them and so on. We have seen emergency of these small parties which are coming on, but also even themselves, they find themselves in a difficult position to be able to deliver services. Look at the city of Tshwane. If you can check city of Tshwane, people are still crying about service. So I'm just telling you that it's high time that perhaps our society at large will think about themselves, because with unity of people, I think we can see the country moving forward. I think we are likely to heading that side in the coming years. But for now, we're likely to see political parties, but the ANC in the province, if they're not reflecting very well on the kind of leadership that will take it forward, cleansing themselves, they are likely to lose power. And then once they lose Gauteng, forget.
Dr. John Molepo is a political analyst. Thank you very much for your insights this morning. Let's talk